Hi, I'm Marty Wallner. Welcome to the Healthy Anger Toolbox. Today, we're going to be talking about a primary and foundational healthy anger tool. It's your personal emergency anger plan. So, these are strategies, quick and simple things that you can do for yourself in the heat of an angry moment to calm yourself down and get yourself to a clearer thinking space. Now, we all get angry. Anger is a natural emotion like other emotions. Anger is actually a signal that you need something or need to do something for yourself. But anger is a secondary emotion. And so many times we need to peel back the anger and dig for the roots of what your primary emotion is. And what are you actually feeling? Is it fear or anxiety or shame or guilt? There's an underlying emotion to your anger. It can be very effective to figure out what that actually is. The energy builds up when you get angry. Anytime you get emotionally dysregulated, energy builds up, and showing anger, expressing anger can be an energy release. And so by getting that energy out, that actually relieves your mind and body and gets you into a calmer place. And the hopes are that you actually express your anger in healthy ways and get that energy out in healthy ways. You have anger beliefs based on the ways that people interacted with you and got angry with you, especially when you were a child, has actually formed beliefs, core beliefs around your anger, but those beliefs can actually be changed. The way you express your anger is a learned behavior. Again, the way people showed their anger to you taught you, in a way, programmed you in terms of how you express your anger. Well, those behaviors can also be changed. And anger is controlled by your thinking. It's the way that you're perceiving, interpreting, and processing what's happening around you that's actually making you angry. So when anger strikes, think about a recent time. Recall a time recently when you got angry. Maybe it was today, yesterday, sometime recently when you got angry. And let's slow that process down. Let's first have you think about what was happening around you. What was the environment, the circumstances? What was going on around you when you started to become angry? What were your trigger thoughts? Think about those primary emotions. Did you feel disrespected in that moment? Maybe you felt that there was an injustice. What was actually going on underneath your anger? And then what was happening with your angry thinking? Perhaps you were magnifying or catastrophizing the situation, really distorting what was going on or what somebody was saying to you, because those automatic angry thoughts can change and distort our angry thinking. And then what were your behaviors? What did you do when you became angry? Did you yell? Did you disengage and avoid the situation? So think about your behaviors and what you actually did when you became angry. And then how did the people around you react when you behaved that way? What was the impact of your words and your behaviors with what was happening around you? And by slowing down that process, by really figuring out the circumstances and the environment, what were the trigger thoughts? What was the angry thinking? And then what were the behaviors? We can actually then have healthy anger tools and your personal emergency anger plan to be able to disrupt your current anger process. It can be very effective to really pinpoint in your body where you feel anger first. You become a body sensory detective and really try to figure out and pinpoint what parts of your body react first. What body sensation changes do you feel when you get angry? Now, there are some common things that many people feel, like their heart beats faster. Perhaps you have some butterflies in your stomach or perspiration, muscle tension. So there are some things and body sensation changes that many people feel, but maybe there are some things that are special for you. Maybe things happen in your body when you get angry that you can really attune to. For me, I have a vein that pops out of my forehead. My eyelid flutters. And so when I feel my eyelid fluttering, for instance, I sense that I'm getting some emotional buildup and I'm getting angry. And the sooner we can attune to that as we become body sensory detectives, we can then have early intervention and do something for ourselves to be able to reduce the anger. And then identifying the underlying emotions. What are we really feeling? What are you really going through? What's underneath your anger to be able to cause you to get to this emotional dysregulation? Again, just keeping in mind that the number one cause of your anger are your thoughts, the way you perceive, interpret, and process what's happening to you. So it's not the external stressors. A lot of things going on externally, whether it's personal relationships, professional relationships, financial situations, culture, politics. There's a lot of things in our environment that could make us angry. But it's not about those external things. It's about the way you are perceiving, interpreting, and processing what's happening to you and what people are saying to you that's actually causing your anger. So I'm going to invite you to grab something to write on and to write with, as we're now going to create your personal emergency anger plan. And so maybe you're doing some things right now when you get into the heat of an angry moment for yourself, and to really think about what do you do when you feel that energy build up and you start to get angry. And hopefully now we're going to add some healthy anger tools and some different things to your personal emergency anger plan that'll help you quickly get into a calmer state. So when we talk about building this plan for you, we're going to talk about two different categories of emergency anger tools. The first category are mindful strategies, and the other category are active strategies. So when we think about mindful strategies, these are things that we can do internally. Maybe we can't really get out of the space or change the space or get out of the situation that we're in. Maybe we're in a car with someone, we're in a meeting, or we're in some other circumstance where we really can't leave. We really can't get out of that space. And so, what can we do mindfully? What can you do internally to be able to get yourself to a calmer place? So, first of all, our body sensations are changing. And so, hopefully, as you become a body sensory detective, you're able to attune to your body sensation changes. And intentional breathing can actually calm those body sensations. So, breathing is the remote control of your body. And many times when you get angry, anytime you get emotionally excited, your breathing becomes very shallow and choppy. And you can feel that excitement when that anger builds up. So if you can slow down that process and bring your breath intentionally through the rest of your body, down to your diaphragm, down to your belly button, just one or two intentional breaths actually activates the calming part of your nervous system. And then while you're doing some breathing and doing some mindful things with your body, you can also have calming self talk and form some mantras, some predetermined short phrases that you can use, that you can recall and recite when your angry thinking takes over, when the distorted thinking starts to make you angrier. So you can have your mantras like, there's only a short time left, I'm leaving in 15 minutes, or she's only 10 years old. Or what can you say to yourself in a neutral, calming way that can actually counter some of those angry thinking, angry thoughts you're having? You can visualize and think about people and pets that you love. You can have imagine being at the beach or in a park, or having a conversation with a friend on a sunny day. All that type of imagery and picturing different things can actually be calming and is a mindful way to reduce your anger. Some people use grounding exercises. They count backwards. They assign something to every letter of the alphabet: A for apple, and B for bench, and C for chair. And by engaging the thinking part of the brain, that actually reduces the anger that's being processed in your brain. And then safe dissociation. We can actually check out. We can look out the window. We can daydream for a second or two. We can do something to dissociate and just disengage just for a second or two to be able to reduce that anger. So there are some suggestions for some mindful strategies. Other people pray, they think about song lyrics. So I'm going to invite you to write down two or three things mindfully that you can do that'll work for you when you feel yourself start to become angry. And then we move on to the active strategies. So these are strategies you can do where you can add some movement and maybe change your behavior a little bit, be able to release some of that energy. And so any type of body movement, if you're sitting down, if you're standing in one spot, any type of movement with the body, whether it's just getting up or stretching or bending or maybe taking a short walk, any movement is going to release that muscle tension and also increase the oxygen to your brain. And so try to add movement into any situation where you're feeling yourself get angry. Drinking cold water, lots of studies that not only the physical act of drinking the cold water and it going into your body, but also drinking cold water shifts your mental state and can actually help you feel less angry or dysregulated. Any type of sensory things that we can do, like you can hum, you can snap your fingers, you can tap, whether it's a surface or you tap your legs, any type of sensory things to get that energy out can be an active strategy to be able to reduce the anger. And then fidgeting or doodling, writing things down. People fidget, they click pens, they play with their hair and their jewelry and their clothing. Perhaps you keep something in your pocket that feels comfortable to you. Any type of fidgeting, again, releases some of that energy. So those are some suggestions for some active strategies. I'll invite you to write down two or three either the ones you see here that may connect with you or some other things that will work for you, that would work again when you feel yourself getting angry. So that forms your personal emergency anger plan. You have 2 or 3 mindful strategies and you have 2 or 3 active strategies. And again, if you commit to those quick and simple things to do, you'll be able to get yourself to reduce your anger and to become calmer in the heat of an angry moment. And then angry journaling. And this is a bonus. A lot of studies, actually recent studies, have come out that journaling as close to the anger exchange as possible can reduce your anger up to 50%. And so the idea is writing things out can be a very effective way of emotional release. Sure, you can talk into your phone, you can talk to somebody else. That has benefits as well. But writing things down and journaling has a special way of being able to release that emotion. And whether you're writing full sentences or phrases or doodling or pictures, just by getting that out and journaling can be a great way to reduce your anger. And again, the closer you are to your anger exchange, the more effective journaling will be in helping you calm down. So, how will you use your personal emergency anger plan? What relationships, what situations do you have in your life now that maybe you can predict that may be an angry situation? Maybe there's a person in your life, people in your life, situations that you can predict that if you get into that situation or deal with that person, that there could be some times where you can feel angry. And so think about those strategies. Think about those mindful strategies and those active strategies and how your personal emergency anger plan is going to help you stay calmer and clear thinking and really understand the impact of your words and your behaviors. I invite you, if you'd like to join us, to subscribe to our channel or join me at the Healthy Anger Toolbox. You can get healthy anger tools directly to your inbox. Join me at healthyangertoolbox.com.